Super Mario, please say the super. Herbalife member now for 4 years, 3 months. Amazing, amazing, amazing. I'm attending my 5th or 6th extravaganza here in Atlanta right now. One of the best things about the business, we always talk about events. So if you heard some training on the events, I promise you don't want to miss an event. You want to go to every single event, every training that you can. These are just some tips that you might want to write down, remember, and live by. So going to first event, I was really inspired to, share my health results and take this business serious when I heard about some of the income stories, when I seen how people's lives got changed. First full month in the business, made $600 retailing. My first check in the business was near $600, $594. Really, really excited and turned up about that. All I did was stay going to training. All I did was still work on myself, work on the skills that people were teaching and training on consistently, as we always try to sharpen the impact that we're going to make with Herbalife. Hit president's team in 2 years, 1 month. I'm sure that's all you guys' goal is to get to the president's team. So luckily we have trainings here to help you. And if you don't know what president's team is, we're going to do a little bit of the marketing plan right now. So look, you start off as a member in Herbalife. Right, everybody here is members. You guys all paid your $70 to get your 25% ordering percentage. So that's going to be your savings or your retail profit when you guys start getting clients. And I'm sure all you guys have clients right now. So that means if somebody wants to do a $100 plan on your My Herbalife site, it's already programmed to the 25%. You're going to pay $75 for that plan. You're going to keep the extra $25, so you're going to have in-hand cash retail. Just imagine a bigger order, maybe $200, you have $50 in-hand cash retail. So now what happens is you're allowed to have a higher percentage. So you get about 1 or 2 more clients, you'll make it to senior consultant. So you're going to be at 35%. So it's going to be that same $100 plan. On the site, you'll only pay $65 for that plan. And then you're going to keep the other $35 in hand. Bigger order, maybe $200, you'll be keeping $70. The $200 is important because if you do 3-day trials and you start somebody off from a 3-day trial to a full 30-day plan or 1-month plan, it'll cost $200 for them to have the same 2 Formula Ones, 1 big PDM, and some total control. So it's a great way for you to just know how to transition somebody who's seen the value in 3 days for $20 to do 30 days for $200. Same value, longer extension of the program to get to the that $200 plan. $70 if you're a senior consultant, right? Nice. Now to get to the senior consultant in terms of achievement and volume is 500 volume points. Now, we're in over 90 countries of distribution, so we all had different currencies, so you can't say $500 per se. Each product is allotted a certain volume point for that product. Different prices, same volume point across the world. So 500 volume points is about a full plan for you and maybe 2 to 3 clients. But we're going to focus right now on always going and getting 5 or 7 clients, especially in your first month as you're trying to go for your first cut of the 500 volume points to get senior consultant. Also doing that 3 months in a row, you'll become an active member. And in the active member program, you are going to get crazy, crazy recognition from the company, including like a new bag, either cash, some water bottles, like all kind of crazy stuff that's not even eligible for us President members to get. Now that 35% does get higher. So the next level is going to be 42%, and that's going to be a qualified producer, right? Same $100 order that first client did or your next new client is going to do. On your website, you're going to only have to pay $58 for that. They're going to pay for that full retail. You're going to keep the extra 42%. A bigger order, like maybe if it's $200, you're looking at $84 in profit. Wow, stuff is starting to get crazy. So now to get to qualified producer, you're looking at 2,500 volume points in 1 to 3 months, right? So that's a rolling 3 months. You can do it in July, August, September. If you don't do it in these 3 months for the qualification, July falls off and the volume accumulated in August, September, and October are going to be used to get to qualified producer. Now, you can also get a temporary 42% for the rest of the month by doing one order of 1,000 volume points, right? So maybe you do a shake party. Maybe you have a couple of friends and family that all order all at one time. They all get the money. You put that order in. That order, once it goes past 1,000 volume points, will be eligible to be purchased at 42%, and you'll enjoy that 42% until the end of the month, and then you'll drop back down to the 35% because that 500 volume points was already accumulated, or you'll stay at 42% if you hit a total of 2,500 volume points by the end of the month in a certain qualification time if it's been in the 3 months. Cool, makes sense? All right, but that gets even better. 50%. Supervisor, that's that next level, baby. So we're looking at that same $100 plan. We're looking at paying $50 on the site, keeping $50 in hand cash, right? Or if it's a bigger plan, $100 profit out of, you know, a $200 plan. Mind you, when you're buying and purchasing your own stuff to stay and get in the best shape of your life, because getting ripped and loving these products is what we do, you're also saving that amount. So just imagine either spending $200 and or buying $200 worth of products and saving, or just still spending the same $200 and just getting double the stuff. Always go with double the stuff because you also get double the volume points, right? Which is a good thing because we get to go to vacations, right? Now, to get to supervisor, you're going to do 4,000 volume points in a 1 year span, a 12-month span. And you also can use 2,000 downline volume points for that. So when you sponsor another member into your downline and they begin to get their health results and they begin to start building their client base, and they're going for their first 5 to 7 clients, and they want to move to marketing plan 2, and building a team is a smart thing to do because we need to make more impact. That volume accumulated is going to go for you, and you can go to supervisor by building your team. So already building a team starts to you know, as well. Boop. Boop. All right, cool. We're going to mute everybody else. So getting a supervisor is a great way. I'm sure everybody here wants to be supervisor. If you're already supervisor, make sure that you get as much retail as you can because making in-hand cash profit is amazing. We'll get with the person who invited you, or your sponsor, or go to one of the heavier trainings, you guys, so you can learn the rest of the marketing plan as you go into a global expansion team, the tab, learn about the production bonuses, learn about everything on the way to president's team. So when you hear the income that you hear, that's crazy, you'll be able to understand how to get there. Cool? Makes sense? So now we're going to get into the curriculum for the day. And I am going to pass it to, we always say amazing leaders, but truthfully, we do have some of the most amazing leaders on this team, you guys. And first up, we are going to go with, I think we're going with my brother. Oh, no. Yeah, he's my brother. It's always going to be my brother, right? Millionaire team member, right? He's going to give you guys some awesome information right now. Senior Kyra Hawkins.
Okay, Pasta, hola. How's everybody doing? It's extravaganza. I'm excited. I'm so excited. I thought my flight was right now. We have like a leadership thread and we're like, let's get this call together. I'm like, I got to catch a flight. I'm like, wait a minute. I'm not at extravaganza yet, but I am already there because it's just extravaganza. I'm excited. So if I get a little excited, don't hold it against me because it's extravaganza. That's just how it is if you've never been to one. So what I'm going to be covering with you guys today is we're going to talk about income, okay? My personal story, I started on the products September of 2012. So September of this year, it'll be 4 years I will have been on the products. My sponsor is Super Mario. When he called me and asked me, did I want to get results or did I want to make money? I said both. So I immediately signed up. I started retailing. I started telling everybody on my cell phone what I was doing, posting on social media. And my first month, I made $57, which was amazing because I was an unemployed bartender. It's really weird, but I was broke and out of shape. So I got in shape, paid it forward to people, told them what I was doing. And to date, my highest month of income, which I'm going to go over with you guys, was $10,600. And I qualified for an all expense paid trip to Punta Cana, Dominican Republic. The Herbalife vacations are amazing. And my sponsor got me a $500 Armani watch. Crazy. So the first thing you want to do, guys, when you talk about income, I'm going to tell you this. Disclaimer, typically supervisors who hit the active supervisor level typically make about $500 a month in royalties, wholesale, retail. So if it's anybody on this call that can use an extra $500 a month, let me see some hands, because I can use 500 right now. I'm about to go to Atlanta and splurge. So I'm trying to all ones, not, but extravaganza. So extra $500 a month. So that means you have to know the marketing plan. Super Mario just went over it. But guess what, guys? If you're a member, or if you snuck on this call, you're not a member yet, when you become a member, you're going to get something that looks like this. It's called Booklet 4. This is my best friend. When I got in the company, they gave us some DVDs, but they also gave us these books. And you got to read books. Read a book. Read a book. Because if you go to page, what is this? Like the first or second page in the book, there goes the marketing plan right there. It's all right here lined out for you. So everything Super Mario went over with you, everything's right here. And if you want to go to Super Mario's level, you get cufflinks and all kind of cool stuff. They got watches up in here. It's just, it gets really insane, guys, with this marketing plan. So when you go to extravaganza, or next month you'll be going to your local success training seminar, they'll do a slide. Or since you all are members, you can go on your myherbalife.com and look up the slides that tell you at the success training seminar how they do the steps to success, and it'll have an income attached to your level in the marketing plan. So if you want to be making, you're going to hear the stories at extravaganza, an extra $500 a month, an extra $1,000 a month, an extra $10,000 a month, it's going to be attached to the level in the marketing plan. So the first thing you want to do is contact your sponsor, your upline. If your sponsor's not available, go to your upline. If that person's not available, keep going up the ladder, go diagonal, go sideline, find a mentor, go to your sponsor in the business and say, hey, I was going to say one, but it needs to be a strong need. I need to be making this amount of money so I can be more comfortable, more financially responsible, more abundance. This is what I deserve to have. I need to attach what I want and what I need out of life to this level in the marketing plan. How do I get there? You get with your sponsor, you start mapping it out. When I went to Super Mario and told him what I wanted to do, bing, 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 bomb, he was all for it. Every shake party I've thrown, he showed up to it. Every event I've done, every virtual challenge, anything I've done, he's been an excellent sponsor. Similarly, you guys will have excellent sponsors in the business and excellent mentors that will support you. But here's the key. You got to do the work. Nobody can teach you how to go out there and be an awesome member, or awesome distributor, or awesome sponsor, or awesome supervisor. You got to have the drive to want to do that. Shout out to CR7. You got to prepare yourself to have a prolonged career so you can build up your organization. You don't have to rebuild nothing. I don't know if y'all caught all that. I might rewind it later on. But you guys really have to have that original drive. You got to know what these tablets are up in here. You got to have if you got your prep team tablets, let me see it if you got it near you. Or if not, just shake something up, right? You got to have your prep team tab box, and you got to know what it is, right? Because when you have that and you know what it is, that creates volume, which will duplicate in your business. And what's going to happen, yep, you can play the marachas with it, right? The maracas. And you got to know what it is. I see you right there, Armani, new supervisor, right? You gotta have that stuff, and you gotta say, hey, sponsor, this is what's going on. I need your support. Hey, I want to get to World Team. What do I do? How do I do it? I'm ready. Tell me what to do. And then you do that. Then you go back to your sponsor. You go back to your mentor. Hey, I hit World Team. I'm ready for Active World Team. What do I do next? Right? You go to supervisor. It's a whole nother marketing plan beyond that. But all of us on here are all going for supervisor. And if you're above that level, you're still a supervisor, and you're still an active supervisor if you're hitting your cuts. So if you guys want to make a certain amount of income in the company, I heavily implore you to reach out to your sponsor, find a mentor in the business. After you do that, you'll have an action plan, and then all you got to do is execute. So with that being said, there's going to be a couple of tactics that this guy who looks like the guy that brought me into the business, who's pretty much like, what are you, he's my second mentor, because Super Mario is my first mentor. But when Super Mario's not available, I call this guy, and sometimes it's vice versa. So they were roommates. His current level is global expansion team. He has his own nutrition club. He travels around. He's trained on stages. He's awesome. I look up to him. I'm going to give you guys my big brother, Marcus All Day McKinley, who's going to go over some tactics on how to retail, recruit, retain, and some more things. So take it over, All Day.
Yo, what's going on? Thank you for that edification, Kyra.
and what you just spoke with, you know, setting your goals. I always appreciate everything. And yeah, I caught the prolong and the rebuild and all that. Way to keep dropping those little nuggets in there. Keep us focused on those products. I love it. Anyway, my name is Marcus Allday. Been an Herbalife member for 4 years and 3 months. And, you know, I started out as a client, just wanted to lose some weight. Was told I was fat. You know, very honestly by my twin brother. And I looked in the mirror and I said, man, you know what? He's kind of right. I started my nutrition program, lost 10 pounds my first week. That fired me up. I fell in love with the products immediately. Fast forward 11 weeks, I lost 27 pounds, dropped my body fat percentage from 24% to 10% and some change. And now at 34 years old, I still have amazing abs. I'm in the best shape of my life. Love doing this business. Like Kyra said, global expansion team. And I do this business alongside with my wife. And, you know, when I first started the business, I didn't know anything about the business. But the one thing that I did know was that when I posted my results, people hit me up and said, I want that. And that just kind of takes us into the first point of what I want to talk about, which is retailing. All right. And retailing is getting money from somebody, right, and facilitating or distributing products to them to help them achieve a health goal. Okay. And whether that's losing weight, whether that's gaining lean muscle, whether that's having more energy, that's what we do. Okay. And so even though I didn't know anything, I didn't go to any trainings at the time, I was a member, and my brother said, hey, put them on the same thing that you're doing, which is very simple. I want you guys to be able to keep it simple, that when you're getting new clients, put them on the things that you're familiar with, right? Don't put them on Tang Quai or these other tablets that you've never taken, because you're going to confuse them. So just keep it simple. Put people on those programs, right? And so the basic of retail pretty much comes down to 3 things, right? Use, word, talk. And this is the 4th week, and you guys have heard this every single week. Use, word, talk. If you're not writing it down, you should always write it down. Every time I hear it, every time my sponsor hears it, he writes it down. Even though it's ingrained, it's so important, right? And again, like I said, people hit me up because I use the products and got crazy results. So that Herbalife member is to get whatever health goal you want to accomplish it as fast as possible, right? If you have a 90-day goal, try to do it faster than the 90 days, all right? If you want to lose 15 pounds, lose the 15 pounds as fast as possible. Get your 6-pack as fast as possible. Lose the body fat percentage as fast as possible. You want to be a product of the product, because product results don't lie, right? Men lie, women lie, abs don't lie, right? Abs don't lie. And so that way you can speak confidently about knowing what the products do, and you can share your results with people as you meet them on the street and as you're wearing the brand and the button, right? Because we're always branded. You're letting people know what you do. You're letting people know what service it is and what value you can bring to them. And then, I mean, obviously it doesn't say everything that we can do on the button, but losing weight is what the majority of people in the world need to and want to do. But obviously it goes into gaining energy or just feeling better as well. So you want to make sure you're wearing the brand just to know who you're repping for, and to let the people know what company that you represent. And it's a great thing to represent, because we are the #1 nutrition company in the entire world, Craig. And that's something to be proud of. $7.8 billion. Know these things. When somebody asks you, you can say, hey, what is they say, hey, what is Herbalife? Well, first of all, Herbalife is the #1 nutrition company in the world, right? You're setting the scope for them. And then people understand numbers, and you can go right into, yeah, we do roughly $7.8 billion in retail sales a year. All right. That's mind blowing. And people aren't going to really get how big that is. I'm Mario. I'm like just seeing your face. And so you want to be able to do that, and then let them know, hey, whatever they're trying to accomplish, we have things that are going to help them accomplish those goals. All right. And so all this is what you're going to be talking to people about. All right. So that's if somebody asks a question, but really when you're talking to somebody, you want to invite them down to something. Okay. You want to invite them to a wellness evaluation. You want to invite them to a workout. You want to invite them
I mean, if they're like, yo, I need to make some extra money, invite them to an HOM or online HOMs that we have, or you want to invite them to even an SES, okay? Or to start a 3-day trial. So you want to be able to invite somebody to something on that initial conversation, okay? And it's not necessarily doing a full wellness evaluation right then and there. I mean, unless you have a 3-day trial, sometimes you can go right into it. But a lot of times you want to exchange information with somebody, take their number. I'll give a business card, but a lot of times I'll say, let me just get your phone number because I know I'm going to text. I know I'm going to call, right? In my 34 years, I've talked to a lot of girls. I've given my number away. I don't get a lot of phone calls, so I don't trust people when they say, I mean, that was 10 years before I'm married. Sorry, dear. Hey, how you doing? So I don't trust people when they say, hey, I'm going to call you. I'm going to hit you up. And then 4 years doing this business, I can give you guys some honest, feedback that if I give out 100 business cards and people say I'm going to call you, I'm going to text you, it'll be maybe 5 people that actually reach out, right? And sometimes it might even take a year and somebody says, hey, man, I remember I got this card from you. So always take their number so that you can get them and hit them up as soon as possible within a couple hours or within the day, right? Don't let it linger. Don't take somebody's number and say, I'm going to call them in 3 days. They're going to forget about you, right? You want to make that immediate follow-up as soon as you, have the opportunity. All right, so use World Talk is really good and really big and really important. And now we're going to go into, the second of the 3 R's that I'm going to be talking about, which is recruiting, okay? And that's how we're actually going to build the business. That's how we're actually going to actually have more income and start to build a team, all right? And so recruiting is simply sponsoring members into the business, okay? Now, we're not recruit monsters. That's not what we do, right? The people that you want to bring into the business, ideally, are people that love the products, right? Product lovers. Your clients, your customers that love the products, do them a favor, help them save money on the products because they get the 25% savings like Super so eloquently explained in the very beginning of the call, okay? And one, that's a great way to show gratitude, and it's a great way to get and funnel more people into the business, especially if you're helping your clients get great results. Their circle of influence is going to want to get great results with them, right? So that's your job as an Herbalife member / wellness coach, is to help people get results and make sure their friends and family see that. So that's encouraging them to post the results. That's posting their results, with their permission after they get these great results, and monitoring who's liking and commenting and encouraging them and posting on that post like, oh my God, I need that. Then that's where you come in. That's where you step in and you help, your client or your / new member co-coach or be accountability partners with these other new people. Okay. And so, that's the big thing that we want to do is definitely get people into the business, because that's how you're going to build your royalties. And I'm not saying everybody that you sign up has to be a client or a member. That is a great way to do it, right? I'm pretty sure in all of our experiences, your tab team will probably nod their heads in agreement. Most of the time, the people that do the best have actually been on products first, right? The people that do the best, the people that are the most consistent are people that love the products and not just like, hey, I want to make money. This isn't a sales job. This is a share lifestyle company. And so if you got to share some crazy results, you got to share your passion for the company. And we want to really get that again from people that are using the products. Don't go out searching for big fish, really fit people, really popular people, because as someone so eloquently stated, big fish are just small fishes that munch on the products, right? So if you get people to munch on the products, they're going to become big fish because they're going to be able to authentically and genuinely, really and passionately talk about how incredible they feel and what their results are. All right. So that's a really big thing when it comes into recruiting. And, definitely try to have a goal depending on what your goal is, how much money you want to make, what level of the marketing plan you want to get to. Press team, you want to go there, meal team, global expanse team, wherever you want to go. If you want to just get to active world team, understand that you're going to need a downline. You're going to have some people into the business because you can only go to world team by yourself. Okay. And so, ideally a great number to shoot for is 5 new members a month. right? As you move up in the marketing plan, definitely, you know, the 8 to 10 to 12 new members a month is a great goal. But for the new person, you know, 3 to 5 new members a month that are consumers is going to be really good, because as they're saving money on their programs, they're going to be able to buy a little more, right? That 25% savings means they're going to be okay with buying a couple extra boxes of protein bars or some Bev mix, or experimenting with a new product, or getting that new banana caramel or that collagen beauty booster, right? Because they just got to save some money. And so you want to go ahead and try to get 3 to 5, and that'll slowly build your business and build your downline. And then you just help people get results, okay? So you get results, you help people get results, and then once they become members, you help them help people get results. All right, is that clear, guys? Let me go to the screen. Let me see if we got some thumbs up or anything. All right, cool. Summer, thank you for that. You know, on this one, I don't know. You know, we can go ahead. I feel like if you have a question, put a question in there. Maybe I'll address it as I'm going. But by all means, I don't want to just necessarily just talk straight to you guys, because it's weird. I like interaction. All right. So we have retailing, we have recruiting, and then we have retention. And retention is basically getting people into the business and keeping them in the business and keeping them doing the business, right? So doing Herbalife, meaning they're still used when we're talking, they're still frontlining, sponsoring people into the business. They're showing up to the trainings, okay? And if they're showing up to the trainings, hopefully you guys are showing up to the trainings, all right? And so it's great. I'm glad to see so many new faces, new supervisors, new members as I'm looking through these 48 participants. It's really, really, really exciting, right? Because that's the key to actually doing this business well and getting your team to do this business well, is that you have to always show up, right? And showing up is the most important thing, because your team's only going to do what you do. If you do 1,000 volume points, nobody on your team is going to really do more, because they're not going to be familiar with anything else except for what you bring, okay? And so showing up to these trainings is highly, highly important. And then making sure that your downline is plugged into a structure of training, or a structure of locations for invitations to people, all right? So whether you have a nutrition club, whether you're out here in Los Angeles, you're in the Empire, or you're in Atlanta or in Wisconsin, if you guys have your structures, your workouts, keep those consistent so your members can plug people in, okay? And then if you're having your local trainings, let them know when the local trainings are. But at the same time, a lot of us are going to have remote coaches. Let them know what our online training schedule is, okay? And make sure that they're plugged into the online training schedule. What we're doing as leaders on the team is making it easy for you guys to get where we're at. That's the genius of it. Let the structures do a lot of the work for you. If you have a fit club and you're not teaching a class, great. You can bring them and let the hero work them out while you can sit back and kind of chill. Yeah, I see you, hero, right? You take them to butts and guts and let you know, everybody upper class work them out. Let the structure work for you. We're not personal trainers. You got to do this one-on-one stuff. You don't even have to do one-on-one training with the marketing plan or some of the business basics, because you're getting it right here and recording all of these so that you can still play them back to your people. So you want to make sure your people are plugged into a structure that they can plug people in. And as long as it's simple and duplicatable, there you go, both of them, then it's going to just make it easier for you. Don't complicate it. Don't necessarily go outside of the box. Keep it simple, right? Use what you have, especially when you have phenomenal leadership of the super team, tab team. All right. And as you're in these trainings, as you're in these local events, the one thing I want to talk about as future leaders and current leaders on the team is just your contribution level, okay? You want to set a really, really good example for your new person of what it looks like to be an Herbalife member. An Herbalife member, contribution is the gateway to leadership, okay? That's going to get you in the door to some things by just taking out the trash, just sweeping the floor, just volunteering to share your story after the workout, bringing cups, bringing ice, just, being a vessel of assistance in the trainings. And that's just your local SES too. Even if you're not on a committee, ask how you can be of assistance, especially once you get to be a supervisor. And so then when you ultimately end up opening your own nutrition club, you're going to have a team of people that are already trained and conditioned to just be of service to the greater good, right? And even if you're by yourself now, have you ever gone to an event by yourself, guys? Anybody raise your hand? Were you the only one before you had a team to have team members? Yeah. A lot of us are going to start out and be the only one. And so you have to show up for the team until you have your team. Okay? How do you show up for the team? You go to the events, you look presentable, you're paying attention, you're contributing. That's how we're going to retain our clients when we get those members. We're going to retain our members when we get those members, because they're just going to act like you. They're going to try to be like you. They're going to want to try to get to do the same things as you. And that goes into what Kyra's going to talk about, getting to do the same things as your sponsor by qualifying for stuff. So there is a lot of stuff that we can qualify for. There's always a promotion. There's always something to earn with Herbalife, right? Ellen, you write everything, right? Herbalife is the one company in the world that I know of where if you do more, you're just going to get more and more and more. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to throw it back to my little brother, Kyra Hawkins, and he's going to touch on all of the promotions that are available from the corporate and from our respective team that you guys have the opportunity to take advantage of. So thank you for allowing me to talk about retailing and recruiting and retention. And I hope you guys have a phenomenal day. All right, Kyra, it's on you, Dougie.
Phenomenal, phenomenal. Thank you, Marcus. Marcus is so structured. It's crazy. I love watching him train because he keeps it just like PC enough to be like connecting with us, but at the same time, he knows all his information. Speaking of knowing all the information, I told you guys, I heavily implore you, look over this. You have this. These calls are not designed to spoon feed you and give you all the answers. We're empowering you to go out and confirm what we say. I can tell you a bogus marketing plan right now, and then you're like, wait a minute, I looked at my book, it didn't say that. So don't take our word for it. We want you guys to go out and do the research. Go on your My Herbalife and click buttons. I bet you 10 times out of 10, 11 times out of 10, everything that Super said, I said, Marcus said, it's going to match up and be in alignment with what's on your personal sites. So I implore you guys to do that. But talking about these promotions, though, it's really bonkers right now. I think that's a good word for it. It's bonkers because when I first got into business, I heard a guy named Chris Bickerstaff. He's just this amazing, super pumped up, red-headed dude out of Oklahoma. And he said in his first year, he talked to everybody. When we talk about use word talk, like my wife, Megan, right now she's like getting her nails done for extravaganza. So she's out doing that. But when we're out together, it's hard for us to just enjoy each other 100% because I'm like, yo, I'm going to give you 80%, but 20% of the time when me and you are doing like us, I can't let somebody just walk past me, especially if they see the button, whatever I got on, and they're looking and they're going to ask, I got to talk to them. Somebody walks past me, they got on, just like the hero says, if they got on workout shoes. The hero says to talk to them. If you're in the supermarket, somebody got on some Nikes, look like they do Nike Running Club or something on a little app on the phone, you got to talk to them. If somebody's in the organic section in a supermarket, you got to talk to them. Talk to everybody. And when you talk to everybody, just like our founder Marquis says, you got to qualify for everything. You see the people in the pictures. Ella Musa, she's in the business for 2 years and killing it right now, qualifying for Gold VIP. When you're out and you're talking to people and you're qualifying for everything, you're going to feel so much better, right? So let's start with this brand new one that's just on fire, the AMP or the AMP, because it's amplifying everybody straight off the dome. I know Super likes the bars. Active member promotion. 500 volume points, guys. That's it. That's getting yourself and about 2 to 5 people on nutrition plans. 350 of that has to be PPV or personally purchased volume. Again, don't take my word for it. Look in your book. It'll tell you all about what it is. Go on your My Herbalife, click buttons. So what that means is if you do that 3 months in a row, you get to choose from like 3 different gifts. What is it, guys? It's like a dope gym bag with, you know, you get some gym swag. You can choose $75 cash. You can get a travel bag. It's all kind of cool gifts for your new members to do 3 months of consistency, get that recognition, and get free swag just for doing what you already do anyway. If you're doing your own personal nutrition plan, you know, how we training people, if it's about, you know, let's say it's 200 volume points, hey, all you need to do is get somebody else in your plan. There goes 400. Then the other 100 can be anything. So 500, it'll build consistency, building people to supervisor. Boom, first promo done. I'm going to interject right here because I want to tell you guys something about random promotions. So how our team is set up, we have an upline in Garen Jones who had a freaking vice president of the company and this like super doctor. You can Google him. His name is Luigi Grattan. And he just came to his house and talked for like, what was it, 3 hours? That's a random promotion that happens just because you're affiliated with this team, and it was Zoomed and it was recorded, which is crazy. That's just like something you get just for being on the team. So you have those random promotions that just happen like that. The other day on the I think it was a supervisor called Super Mario said, come by the house, I got gifts. Whoever come over right now, I got swag, free gifts. So random promotions, boom, just for being on the team. And then at Extravaganza, just this month, we're starting July, August, September. July is double volume, and you get to qualify for October LDW Leadership Development Weekend for bronze, silver, gold, platinum, VIP. So when you qualify for VIP to these events, guys, these corporate events, I mean, they set you out. You get gifts, you get bags, you get meal prep containers, you get bottles, they give you paraphernalia. It just gets crazy. It's free stuff for doing what you're already supposed to do, and you're getting to promote the company, promote yourself, promote the business, and you feel like a superhero when you put this stuff on. So all of that, again, is going to be on your My Herbalife. Don't take Kyra's word for it. Look it up yourself. Qualify for everything. Decide what you want. Set the vision. Attack it. Execution no matter what. We also have we got a double volume promotion. Guys, we have the Press Pack promotion. So how our organization is set up, it's this team of super leaders called the Press Pack. They're all president's team and better, right? And they got together and said, we're going to send people to Las Vegas. And we're just going to turn all the way up. Vegas, like slots, Keno. What else is there? Roulette, craps, right? 100 on black, spin the wheel, get 100 back. So they're turning it all the way up, and it's crazy that they're bringing it back because I know that was my sponsor's first promotion. It was a first team promotion in Herbalife, and I seen that picture where it was all these super ripped up guys. They look like Stephen Crawford and Hero, and they look like all day, and they had their shirts off. And I was like, okay, yeah, I want to do that. I seen them in Las Vegas at a pool party. I said, I want to do it. So imagine how many of your members are going to see you because you're going to qualify for that promotion. They're going to see you there, and they're going to want to qualify. Guess what's going to happen to your business? Boom. Exactly what Chris Biggerstaff, Ellen Musa, exactly what these people talk about. You do the work, and then you get rewarded. So it's crazy. Those qualifications are going to run parallel to the Herbalife qualifications. So all we're talking about here, guys, is about 7,500 volume points a month, right? That's it. 7,500. Just if you're doing 2,500 already, great. Do triple. If you're doing 5K already, great. Double it. Do double the work. Get 10K. It's possible. We have people doing it right now. Okay. And then, guys, we have it's funny. We have this CEO named Michael O. Johnson, who used to be the CEO of Disney International. And we're taking everybody in North America to Disney next year. Who's going to qualify for Disney? So you can look up those qualifications on your My Herbalife, but depending on how many frontline active supervisors you got, they're adding volume from your organization, which means you're a supervisor, you have supervisors in your organization. They're taking volume from that, royalty points, adding it to your qualification. Plus, all you got to do is average 8,333 volume points a month, and you'll get there. And don't take my word for it. Go on your myherbalife.com, do the math, break it down, 12-month qualification, and get it. I believe we have all the way until February of next year, if I'm not mistaken. It's either the end of January or they're giving us February. But you have a long time to qualify for that. If you go on your My Herbalife, it's even a tracker where you can track your progress and say, hey, how close am I to Disney? You know, it's a language in there. I'm not saying how far away am I. No, how close am I to Disney? I know I want to get there. I want the little Mickey Mouse ears. Hey, I proposed to my wife at Disney. So we're going back. We're making that happen. I fell in love with that place. So we got the active member promotion. We have Herbalife double volume this month, July, for your qualification for VIP, preferred seating, and the gifts at October LDW, because it's always about the next event. We have the press pack, the Vegas promotion, which is running parallel with the Herbalife promotion. And then we got Disney. That's like 4 promotions. And then I told you guys it's random stuff in between. One of my mentors in the business, Garen Jones, you know, he once said that it's not about the bricks in the foundation. It's all about the little details in between, the stuff, the little stucco and the drywall. The stuff they put in between the bricks is what lays that foundation. So when you're hanging around the people that are doing it, the tab team, the super team, tab team, when you're hanging around the people qualifying for everything, I see these people. I see Hero and Nakia. I see Steve. I see Clear and All Day. I see these guys qualifying for everything. Ella Musa Gold, VIP. When you hang around them and you're getting in the pictures, going to Timber Moose, going to Miami, when you're doing these things, you have no choice but to be that. Will Smith, I know y'all know him. He said, you are the 5 people you hang around. Hang around these people. You have no choice. Gladiators in suits, right? You're going to qualify. I'll tell you personally right now, I qualified bronze. I don't like it, right? That's like somebody, you training for the Olympics, you get a bronze medal. You like, I mean, I'll take it, but I'm not going to like hang it up nowhere. You know what I mean? We're going for the gold. They got platinum. We're going for diamond. We're going for something they ain't even made up yet. It's possible. Use the product with a brand. Talk to people. Talk to everybody. Qualify for everything. You'll get the press team and beyond. I've seen it happen. I watched Super Mario. When I got in business, Super Mario was all right, so we're going to pass it to you, Soup. All day? Soup?
I think, what, Soup, you gave him the notification it's time to be quiet?
Nah, it just happened by itself. Nah, keep going, dog.
Oh, my bad. I thought I was getting nixed. I was like, I'm with it, but I'm on a roll. I know we got time. So listen, guys, just to wrap everything up, everything we talked about today, we went over the marketing plan. Open up your books almost immediately. If you're going to Extravaganza, you're on a plane, open up the book. Bring it with you. You should have it. You have an Herbalife member package. You have it. Look on your My Herbalife if you don't have it on your smartphone. Confirm everything we said. Set an income goal. Attach it to the marketing plan. You want to make an extra $500 a month? Cool. Be an active supervisor. You want to make an extra $4,000 a month? Go to 2.5 Global Expansion Team. Go to Millionaire Team. Make an extra $10,000 a month if you decide to. Get with your sponsor. Make up a plan. Attack it. Marcus went over retailing, recruiting, retention. These are things that you have to consistently work on. You can't be inconsistent and say, I'm going to retain something. No, you got to be consistent with it. If you want to retail, you have to go after it every day. One of my favorite running backs in the NFL of all time is Emmitt Smith. 0 negative rushing yards. Always positive yardage. You always got to be retailing. Talk to everybody. You never know. Follow up. That was excellent. I love when Marcus went in. When Marcus said, I was like, that's it. The immediate follow-up. When I watched the DVDs that came with this booklet, it was a 7 Diamond Chairman's Club member, John Tardo. He said, it's pennies in the sale, but it's fortune in the follow-up. And he got it from Jim Rohn. So you got to immediately follow up with people because people are generally fickle and they're going to forget you. They're going to see your amazing abs. They're going to see your big, obnoxious button. They're going to want to have what you have. But as soon as they get home, they're in their own world and they're going to forget. But when you follow up, when they say, oh, yeah, give me what you got, right? Frontline the world, that means everybody you talk to, get them on your nutrition plan, get them what you got. And then when they ask you and say, how are you doing what you do? Then you introduce the opportunity to them. That's what we call frontline in the world. Plug into a network, whether it's a call, online structure, fit camps, local events, extravaganza. Plug into that stuff. Fill up the seats with butts and bring people with you and have them bring people with them. And ATL, that's my hometown. We're turning like, what's higher than all the way up? Heaven? We're turning up all the way to heaven. It's going to be, I don't have a word for it. Contribution is the gateway to leadership. Don't just show up to an event. Ask how you can be of service. They have on this booklet something from Theodore Roosevelt, right? But I like what JFK said. Don't ask what your country can do for you. Ask what you can do for your country. It's the same thing with Herbalife. The event doesn't happen unless you're there. So if you see a piece of paper on the floor, pick it up. If you see somebody doing something that's not in compliance with a high level of ethics, fix it, right? Because we're all one team. So qualify for everything. You guys have the promotions. You guys are equipped. Am I closing this out, Soup, or do you want it back or what? Because I think I'm too turned. I'm on T. Guys, I'm turned up. I'm on T. I appreciate each and last one of you for being on this call. Come back. What's our next call? We have a Monday call, right, Soup?
Yeah, we got the Monday call. Actually, we got Hero School on Friday anyway. That's going to be done live at Upper Class Nutrition. It's going to start with the HOM, and they're going to do some quick start training too as well, so you can get familiar with the basics. That does get posted in the super team when it happens. Then we back with the Monday HOM. So our goal is as many people as we have right now on this training call is for you guys to log onto the HOM with somebody. So you want to make sure that you bring somebody, invite somebody, get them on a call so they can hear about the results, so they can hear about the income. Just real quick introduction into the company, you guys. Y'all heard what Kyra said. Y'all heard what All Day said. Really, really simple. Stay on it. Great tips for this week, you guys. We are running these back to back to back because what we about to do is work for the next finishing of this 90 days because we cut and start in September at the minimum. October at the minimum. We might cut this month. Who cutting this month? Who cutting next month? Look, we cut for life and we always in cut. So make sure y'all do that. Stick with them goals. I want to see everybody in Disney World. I want to see everybody in Vegas, y'all. Let's go!